It's hard to believe it's season 5 of Geek Out Fridays. We've been doing this for 2.5 years now, almost 3 years. Somebody suggested, why don't you do something like just a geek out session and show your tools and show your strategies and all that? I thought, that's a pretty good idea. Talked to Wayne about it and we decided, well, let's try it out for a couple weeks. And I think there's been 60 episodes. So after about 60 episodes, I think we figured out, yeah, let's go ahead and keep doing this. So hopefully everybody enjoys the call. And it's right now, it's 11:02. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Wayne, welcome to the call. And we are going to be talking today about the content engine inside AIMasher. Now, guys, Wayne and I both have been waiting for this moment for quite a long time. We started thinking through this about 3 years ago, is how can we take one keyword and build a website? How can we take that keyword, expand it out so it's good content to build that one website? And I think we're really pretty close here. And we didn't even back then, when we were talking about it, we were not even talking about AI at the time. So this was pre-AI. Now with all the AI tools out there and the content engine, we can do this. To prove that we can do this, I want to show you something real quick. I don't like to show people anything that I can't do myself or I haven't done myself. So I'm showing you a website. I started this at 10:30 today, and it's just past 11 o'clock. I had already put in some media files in here, but I had a content engine. I had some articles made, and I had some micro images. So I'm building a site called Model Train Enthusiast. You can look at, these are really good content right here. I think AI wrote some, ZimmWriter wrote some, and I wrote some, and the content engine has done a lot more. So let's show you how all this is made. So I've got about 10 of them in here. So in less than about 30 minutes, I've built one website with 10 posts already in there. Now, by the end of the day, I'm going to probably have 150 articles in here just to kind of flesh it out and get all the different categories built. And we're going to start doing reviews, product reviews, which if you watched yesterday, our product reviews are getting really good on the listicles and using the new Amazon product search. So we're going to be doing a lot of reviews on Amazon train sets, model train sets. I didn't know how popular this very, very small, what I would consider a small niche topic is. But what I did was Model Train Enthusiast. I bought this a long time ago, this domain name. And I've had it sitting out on, we did a Masher site, and we created a video view site. So all it was just videos of model trains from YouTube, just running around the track and people building things. And I connected that up to a Facebook page called Model Train Enthusiast. Didn't touch it for a year and a half. I hadn't touched the website or anything, but I was feeding videos into the Facebook page through a webhook. And last year, about October, November, I started getting requests for people to join that Facebook. And actually, it's a page, it's not a group. People wanting to participate. So and it's not a big number. I think I've got less than 100 on there. But every week, there's 2 or 3 new people signing in. Again, I haven't done anything, but they're participating, putting in products that they like and doing screenshots of their train tracks and all their scenery. And I thought, this is a really good niche. Or it's a niche that people are passionate about. So if they're willing to sign in and participate in a Facebook page, you might have a niche product. Flip this over as of 2 days ago. I said, Wayne, I want to go ahead and make a WordPress site out of this. And so we killed the master site the video view site, and I put it all together, got it on Namecheap as my host, and I did a Zox News theme, and then I put it together, half an hour before the show started. So this is going to be the seed of a new website that we're going to do model train reviews. Okay. So I just kind of want to show you what's possible. It is, in fact, I haven't added videos or anything. I love this theme. It's the fastest theme you can to get a really good blog site up or a news site. Okay, so let's hop back over to the presentation. Okay, so what is the content engine? Well, it's on AIMasher. It is an AI bulk writing tool with pre-made SEO optimized prompts. What's taken us so long are the SEO optimized prompts. Wayne is an incredible program on automation and on auto blocking. We've had quite a bit of experience with RSS Masher doing auto blocking. This is our AI auto blogging tool. I don't want to say auto blogging because sometimes people say, well, it's just a bunch of duplicate content. No, this is all original, unique content written by AI. And the way we built it is you're in the middle of the workflow. You can edit as much as you want. You can edit nothing and just let it pass on through. So we wanted to give you the ability to fully automate it, semi-automate it, or import your own articles one at a time if you want it. Okay. So think of the content engine as an AI auto blogging tool. Okay. We have various ways to input the keywords. Remember, we started with the goal of one keyword, bunch of posts into one site automatically. So we've got various ways to get those keywords in there. So a little bit more detail. The content engine itself this is the detail method. You can enter keywords manually one at a time. You can upload a CSV, or you can paste into a text box. If you're familiar with RSS Masher, it's the same type of, I'm sorry, if you're familiar with the importer on AIMasher, it's the same type of import, okay? Then we have this little auto suggest. Wayne didn't tell me about it. I was experimenting. You put your keyword in, and it will build keywords and sub keywords. It does it automatically, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. So guys, play around with this. Some of the tools are so new that we haven't even had a chance to really flesh them out. But today we're going to be not only showing you how to use the tool, but giving you some strategy of how to get those keywords, how to find the keywords. And we got several different methods. So the other way that is just absolutely brilliant, you already have it. It is the niche discovery. You can go now from straight niche discovery where you put in one keyword and generate 20, 30, 100 articles to send over to the bulk article writer. Okay. Keyword masher. It's the same thing. You can get really defined prompt title keywords generated in the keyword masher and then send it over and create some really great sub keywords that match up to it. And then they make some awesome articles. Okay. Now, next week, probably, and later in the week, you'll be able to take ZimmWriter's topical authority, kick it in to enhance it, and then kick it over to the bulk writer. That's probably a week to 2 weeks away. This is an incredible way of doing that. And then I'm going to show you at the end of the call, if you want to hang around, there's a new tool out called Kwestify, and it's a keyword research. It's an AI SEO keyword research. And everybody on the call probably has at least 3 keyword research tools sitting on their computer. You don't have this one yet, or you may not have this one yet. And there's only 2 reasons why you would want this one over anything else. And I'm going to show you why at the end of the call. Okay. So let's keep on going. So how do you create your bulk articles? Okay. Steps to create. You build a campaign and you select the OpenAI model that you want to use. Second, you input the keywords and make sub-keywords to enhance the article. Guys, if you start with just a title or a single keyword, you could write an article. But if you give AI really good sub-keywords as direction on how to write the article, you can have a far better, higher quality, more readable article. That's what we do when we say we're enhancing the article, enhancing the title. When we're doing title prompting, we're using the same set of sub keywords, but we do something a little bit different. And I'll show you on the sub keywords. Okay. Once you get all this done, you want to select the prompt that you want to use. Right now, we've got 4 or 5 different prompts in there, and you select it, you hit update, and then you hit activate, and you can run them all. Set it, forget it. It's that easy. Okay. So this is how you create them. Next step is, how do you publish them? Well, if you've used our tool before, we run everything through the article publisher. Okay. So you want to import them just like you would do import articles from ZimmWriter or any other tool. You want to import your bulk articles. And we have a special little button. You can just check it, and then it will pull up your table, and you can select which campaign you want to import. And when you import it, you can enhance it with media at that time. You can tell it to run mid-journeys. You can use stock your media packs in there. Very easy to do. I did this before the call with 107 articles. So I know it works. The only thing I didn't have a lot of time to do media packs, so I only have probably about a dozen or so images. So I don't want to run 107 articles with only 12 images. So I'm going to go back before I run all of them. I think I ran about a dozen into that model train site. Before I run the rest of them, I want to add 100 to 200 more stock images in my media pack. Okay. You can edit them individually. They're in your publisher. You can add voiceovers, helpful content, a listicle. Hint, hint. I'm going to add a lot of listicles in there. Okay. We use the tools that Wayne builds. We build them for us, but we sell them also. So very, very excited about showing you this. Okay. Then if you don't want to do them individually, you can run an article template. So create you an article template for model trains with the right media pack and the voiceover that you want to use, and run them on all 100 or 200 articles that you want. Set it and forget it is the game plan here. Okay. Once they're all ready to go, you check them, publish them to the site. You can drip feed them. You can randomly post them to categories. You can post them to specific categories, which after you get the site built, you would probably want specific category posts, which you can do that. Very easy to do. Okay, I'm about to demo. Wayne, any questions we can answer right now before we start the demo?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. Let's start with AIMasher. Okay, you're probably all familiar with this screen if you're on the call, hopefully. If not, this is our AI suite of publishing tools and content writing tools. Yesterday, we went in and I showed you the listicle builder, a little bit about it, but primarily, this is going to be a money maker for you right here, your Amazon product search. Probably in a few months from now, we're going to expand it to Target, Walmart. I think we can even do Google SERPs, but we're going to get this really dialed in so that you can get the right products that you want to show in your website. You don't want to show SIM cards or phone covers or anything that's not going to make you any money. If you're going to do a model train set, you probably want to show model trains in there. Okay. So I did a couple of those yesterday, just planning for this presentation. Now I think I did a few on the demonstration. Okay. So we'll talk about that. But let's talk about the content engine. Now, you'll see this content engine, you'll be able to access it if you have the Pro or Agency. If you want to upgrade at any time, you can. I think there's an upgrade button over. Where's the upgrade button?
You can, if you click on a menu you haven't got,
okay.
It directs you to the right place.
Okay. So I've got a couple of them in here, microscale model trains, microscale model building, and I'll show you how I kind of came up with some of those titles. But I've got a lot of bulk content. If you're reading across, this is articles requested, 107, articles completed. We've made 107 articles. Articles active. This will tell you the number if we're still creating them, and this is the number failed. Okay. So right now I've got 10 available on my micro scale model railroading. 10 available, 10 requested. Okay. So let's go in and take a look at, if you hit the editor, I gave it a title, chose the OpenAI and a confident, informative, temperature, avoid common AI words. If you want it to sound like an AI, leave it unchecked. If you, for the most part, checking it gives you better quality, okay? And then you'll have all your prompts you can choose from, and I'll go over those in a few minutes. But let's go down to the table. Here's the detail for inputting. So we'll do this in just a second. But let's look at the table. You have your ID. You can click on your ID and individually edit one of these or look at it. I guess now there's nothing really to edit on these. Okay.
It puts the keywords in the box at the top.
Oh, okay. So you can change those and then update them before you
run it. Yeah.
Before you run it. Okay. But they're already run. So let's take a look at, this is Z-scale trains. I don't know if anybody knows much about trains. I didn't before last week, but I'm going to show you at the end of the call how I've learned a lot about micro scale model train building, and I taught Wayne about that. So I'm going to come down here and preview. So you can just kind of see what the preview of that one is. It doesn't have any images, okay? Exploring Z-scale trains, your ultimate guide to the Markland Mini Club and more. So I didn't know what that is, but it's kind of the Z-scale, the creator of the Z-scale, okay? AZL, American Line, Tin Shoto. I would never, ever come up with any of this, but we did this by using our subheadings, okay? So we were able to take this one keyword, Z-scale trains, instead of writing an article that just goes anywhere, we gave it direction with sub-keywords. And this shows you we got the title and the content. So all this content right here is ready to go. Now, it's not published yet. So how would I publish it? Well, I'm going to come over here, and so I'm going to show you how I'm publishing these 10. I'm going to hit cancel, and let's go into the article publisher. So here's the steps to publish. Import article. See this button right here? That's your bulk article campaigns from your content engine. So it was micro scale. Type in micro, and it's, I think, this one. Nope. 107 possible articles. That's the wrong one. So it's probably one right above it. Okay. So I've got 10 possible articles. 8 of them are ready to import. 2 I've already imported. So I'm going to be importing 8 in this example. I'm going to give it a group name so I can keep track. This is actually the website. I'm going to enhance the articles when they come in. And my media pack, I'm going to use model train building. I made this before the call, so there's not a lot. There's that dozen in there. So I'm just going to use the media pack. I can use Midjourney, but it's going to take anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours to do these Midjourneys, and we don't have that time on a Zoom call to wait for. So I'm going to use media pack there, use media pack in the content. I'm going to do every 5 paragraphs. That number 5 was set up here in my settings. Okay, I can put 7, 12, whatever number, and this is how frequent we're going to see pictures. So every 5 paragraph, drop an image in. Every 7 paragraphs, if I had set it up here. Okay, now you can do above all the subheadings if you wanted to. So if you had 10 subheadings, you would be putting 10 media packs if you did this, or 10 images from the media pack. Okay. and we randomly pull from the media pack. So if you've got a few hundred sitting in here, yeah, go ahead and do it above every subheading. But I'm going to do this. You can generate mid-journey images above every subheading. But if you do that, and you got 20 subheadings, you're going to create 20 mid-journeys. That's 20 credits used. And then if you did one up here, that's 21 credit for an article.
Yeah, we don't allow that. That's why it's ghosted.
Oh, okay. You can't.
You can create featured images with Midjourney.
But you can't do the add extra images. Okay.
No.
So
maybe we could, but we took the opinion that people wouldn't want to burn the credits or wait.
I think we started out like that, and then we had a few people running out of credits within 2 or 3 articles. So I think that's why he ghosted it. Okay. Now, do you want to add a video? It starts out as off, but you can do a live search. This is a new feature where it will take your keyword and we'll go out and we'll search YouTube for a video that's kind of related to your keyword. Or you could say, just use the YouTube videos that I've already put into the media pack. Well, I'm going to do a live search. Okay. Convert YouTubes into embed. I'll leave that checked and add to articles. So I should get 8 articles.
It'll take just a little bit longer because it's got to do that. Well, it's done it already. But
articles added successfully. Come over here, my articles, and there they are. They're ready to go. Those 8 right there. So if my workflow says I need to get as many articles as I can into the website as quickly, I'm not recommending, I'm just saying if that's you, which sometimes that's me, I'm going to come over here and go, I have to make sound effects too. Sound. Okay, I got 8 articles, and I'm going to come down here and go WordPress, model train. That's where I want it. Categories, just randomly shuffle them. I don't care where they go into. I'll rearrange them later if I need to. Put them all now. Now you can drip feed them. As I start, as I bring in that 100 articles or that 500 articles, I'm not going to do 500 all at once. I'm going to drip feed it every 8 hours, every 1 day, every 3 days. So if I had 100 articles and I drip feed it every 3 days, that's a year's worth of content right there going in. So think in terms of that, is because you can use this as much as you want. So, but I'm going to do all of them right now. So I hit post, articles set to post. You'll see come up here, set to post. When they're done, it will say posted and it will give you the link and you can just click on the link. If you're impatient like I am, I'm just going to keep hitting refresh. And this just refreshes the screen without you using that button, which would turn these off. So I'm just going to keep hitting refresh until I start seeing them. And this usually takes 20 seconds to a couple minutes before they'll all be posted. So this is the set it and forget it path to building content for your site and how fast you can do this. I'm probably next week or the week after I'm going to do a challenge to everybody. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to show you how fast I can go from 300 articles, from a keyword to 300 articles into a website. And if I can do it and show you, I bet y'all can do it too. So, if you're wanting to massively build or scale your operation, the Content Engine is a great choice for you. Now, some people have asked, well, does this replace ZimmWriter's bulk article writer? No. I'll tell you why. We have prompts that are custom designed by Wayne and I, and they're more, I would say they're shorter. They will create 1,000-word articles. We do have one that's a long form article, but they're there so you can drill down to very specific topics using the title and the subtitles and everything else. Okay. Bulk article writer does, to me, longer form articles with a little bit more structure and detail to it. Of course, you're paying for it. And I like using the GPT-4 preview, and they're going to cost me $1 or $2 at times. But I can do 100. I could set it in the evening and come back the next day. I've got 100 articles written by ZimmWriter that are great and ready to go. I can do 100 here, and they're going to be smaller, but they're going to be more niche. They're going to be more detailed to a single topic. Now, why do you need both of them? Well, when you're trying to be an expert and you're trying to fill the EEAT of helpful content, you're going to have to put in some pillar posts. The pillar posts are going to have to do internal linking back into those very detailed, specific small posts. And you can use ZimmWriter's bulk writer content as well to cross over. So we do this, not all these 100 or 300 that I'm going to do with Content Engine, I expect to get ranked. But I do expect them to help overall the pillar posts that I write with either ZimmWriter, ScaleNut, GoCharlie, or in our terms, we use Surfer also. We use the Surfer AI. So those are the pillar posts that I'm going to focus a lot of attention on ranking. But I need the supporting docs to support those, to give it the helpful content authority. I hope this makes sense. We're going to do a course on it. In fact, Don's on the call now, and Don's going to be helping us generate a course of how do you build these websites? How do you get traffic to these websites? Okay. So let's go in and explore how do you get the keywords into your AIMasher. Okay.
You can hit refresh one more time before.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go. There's all 8. Thanks, Wayne. So let's go take a look at them. Optimizing model railroad operant strategies for timetables, car forwarding, and more. Okay, I didn't know what car forwarding is. The heart of the operation is timetables. Okay, they're the backbone of any railroad service. Car forwarding may not be about model trains. Yeah, it should be about model trains. Okay, so let's take a look at some more of these. Ultimate guide to train scale accessories. Enhance your model railway with building bridges and more. Okay, here's an introduction to train scale buildings, billboard signs, fencing, barrier. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, now yesterday we talked a little bit about listicles. So this is the 107 that I imported from another bulk writer campaign. I've already input those. But let's take a look at, before we go back into the content engine, what can you do with those listicles? So this is all about how to convert your microscale model railroad tag. So maybe scenery, common challenges, scale conversions, model conversions. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm going to come down here and go, let's see if I've got a listicle that I can make money with. Let's see. Let's do miniature scale building. Let's see if that one's set up correctly. Did y'all just see what I did? Hopefully you're getting excited about this. This is the article. This is written with the content engine. We got a video. We got some images in here. But right below it, this is our money page now. Create lifelike crossings with every model. 10 essential model train lighting and electrical accessories for enthusiasts. When you click on them down here, they take you into Amazon with your affiliate link already built into them. Okay, so that one's ready to go. But before I do that, what if I went ahead and did just create a summary? We'll do we'll just do a Fox News summary. 100 words, create a summary. Okay. This discusses process converting models from one scale to another. Okay, that's overall the article emphasizes. Okay. Now you can tune this up if you want to manually, but I got the summary above the first subheading, and let's let Echo talk about it and create the audio. Okay. There's the audio, and we saved it on our cloud storage, and we're going to embed it as an iframe in here. So there's the audio. And I'm missing some images in here. So how do I put some more images in here? Come down here and go, okay, I need some media pack. Do media pack is going to be the model train. Building.
You word a warning, you may get images in the listicle.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. So I'm going to do add insert extra images. Okay. There's some images coming in. It's looking good. Okay. Like Wayne said, I've got some, I probably should have done this before I did the listicle, but it's really easy to delete them if you want to. In fact, I kind of like that one there. That looks good. Actually, I'm going to take that out because it's not a clickable link there. Okay, so I'm done. I'm going to hit update. And now, if you have them set to RSS Masher with an RSS Masher campaign, you could simply just say, send a model train enthusiast, RSS Masher handles everything else. But I didn't have time to set it up, so I'm going to publish through the AIMasher. And this is the how to convert your microscale. Okay. So I've made a content engine and I've got a listicle on there. And let's hit finish. Over here and how to convert your microscale. Okay. That's the one we were working on. And come down here and let's just put it under building reviews and recommendations. We'll post now. So it's that one there. It's set to post. Wayne, any questions at this point before we get back into the content engine?
There was one about how do you create the listicle, but there's a good video on our YouTube channel that we did yesterday, which would explain that.
Yep.
Fred asks, how many videos are imported when you do the live search? There's one, we import one and we put it at the bottom. Because we're going out to YouTube and finding one that's appropriate for the keyword, for the title, we bring that one in and we put it at the bottom of the article.
Yep. I want to show you what this one looks like with the listicle at the bottom and the images. Okay, it's ready to look at. And guys, don't ding me on, well, that's not a very good image. I did this on the fly, so I would typically use Canva, create 100 to 300 model scale images, and they would be full 16:9 images. But this is not bad. So there's our audio.
This article discusses the process of converting models from one scale to another.
So this is just a summary of the article. There's some images in there, resizing techniques, gauge adaptation, model railroad scaling, step-by-step model conversion. That image actually goes good with that paragraph. Common challenges. Okay, conclusion. Now we get at 10 essential model train lighting and electrical accessories. This is great. So if I click on that right there, it goes straight into an Amazon, ready to buy with my tracking code up here. So very, very nice, very easy way to get your listicle in there. Guys, I'm so proud of what Wayne's done here as far as the overall look and feel of it. Is it just it doesn't look like it's an advertisement for Amazon. It looks like here's 10 products and then they click and they go straight to Amazon. This is
the listicle links now open in a new tab.
Oh, they do? Okay.
They're doing, if you build new ones now, it was updated it today.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. So anyway, very nice. Tim Robbins, he's the creator. He's my minion. Built him in Minion Builders just before the call. I haven't built a profile for him, but it's very easy to add all that stuff in there. Okay. So this is really, really easy to do. In fact, some of them are not getting images. I have to check on that. Okay. So you can see what we're doing is it's very easy to do this. And I see some of them don't have images, so I would just go back and fill in images. I need to put in a lot more images is the whole thing on the media pack, or use Midjourney images. But I really kind of like these images that are pulled straight off of the web. Looks nice. Okay, now let's get into the details. How do you make your content engine? I'm going to come over here to content engine, bulk article campaigns. Okay. Now we're doing things about model train building. So just to kind of keep with it, I'm going to click add, and I'll do one on model train scenery. That seems to be really popular, what people are searching on Amazon for. Okay. So I'm going to set up the campaign, avoid common words, and leave the prompt engine in there. Okay. I'm going to use confident and writing style, informative. You can select your tone. You can be authoritative, you can be friendly or informal. So find your tone, find your writing style. I like informative for the writing style, or journalistic or instructive. Depends on if you're doing how-to articles, instructive. If you're doing affiliate reviews, journalistic. If you're doing blog posts, informative, narrative, persuasive. So play with these because they do make a difference on how the article actually gets written and the readability of it. Here's your temperature. If you're using preview, me personally, I found that if I'm using the standard default 0.7, I get AI fluff. I get hallucination with the preview model. So I've toned it down, and I'll run anywhere between 0.3 and 0.5. Okay. This gives you more common words in there. Okay. Avoid common. I always leave that checked. And let's look at the different types of content engine prompts that we use. We have a long form SEO article. It's probably going to get you around 2,000 words. We have a short article, probably 500 to 750. And then these are our 1,000-word articles. This is typically what we're building. So this one is SEO focused, and we're going to use an Ogilvy title. This is David Ogilvy, famous copywriter. Titles are great. This one is going to be campaign name focused articles. So we're going to take the keyword, the sub keywords, and then we're going to look up here, what's the name of the campaign name? So it's model train scenery, and maybe it's micro scale, train gauge Z. So it's going to write the article, but it's also going to consider, is it fitting within the campaign name, model train scenery? So it's going to kind of readjust your writing to match up to that. Okay. That's the campaign name. The ones that say simplified, it's written to a 10th grade reading level, common English, common words, avoid, AI words. So it's more, I'd say, easier to read for people that are not in the model train business. It might be makes the article a little bit easier to read. Brief SEO title. So we take the keyword and we imagine it with where it's SEO optimized. And typically John Benson or Jay Abraham helps me with the copywriting style of this one. So play around with this. And this one is, don't change the primary keyword. I've got a really good primary keyword. Don't change it. Make it the title. Okay. But use the simplified language. Guys, we're going to probably have a few dozen in here within 30 to 60 days. Reason is we are testing different things. So if you have how-to articles and you're doing 150 how-to articles, you're going to probably do different how-to type of prompts. If you got one big question, we would probably have a special prompt for that. Or if you're writing a sensational TMZ style article, we would have a prompt for that. But this is a good start. So play with these with them. Okay. Now let's talk about inner keywords. So I'm just going to do model train controllers. I don't know anything about this. I'm just making something up. So I could put in the keyword myself, the sub keywords. I could really, narrow this down to what I want to do. I'm just going to put it in there. Okay. I don't know the sub keywords on the digital controller. So I'm going to come over here, select that. And then I'm going to say, well, let's let AI play around with it. Okay. I can give me sub keywords based on the campaign name. Again, it's going to take the primary keyword. Then it's going to come up here and go, okay, that's your campaign. So I'm going to kind of focus around that and your primary keyword. So create the sub keyword. Okay, landscape detailing, miniature building, scenic backdrops, layout, accessories. Okay, so it's kind of leaning towards the campaign. But if I did another one, let's just copy that, put that up here, model train, hit update. And now I'm going to come over here and go, let's change this. Let's make it all on the primary keyword. Don't even reference the campaign. Okay. DCC systems, locomotive decoders, track signal. Okay. Completely different article, same keyword. Okay. So let's do this. Whatever you have in here last is the one that gets put in there. So I'm going to let's do brief SEO title, hit update. Okay. Now we have two different ways to start this. You can start it by saying just that one's checked right there. Okay. Activate. What it will do is it will activate this one right here. If you say, screw it, activate all, it's going to disregard the checkbox and do both of those right there at the same time. So there's only two, so I'm just going to go ahead and activate all, and it's going to copy your last prompt engine in there. In fact, let's just do one because I want to show you how it's changing the prompt engine. So we have 1,000-word SEO simplified brief SEO title. Now I'm going to come up and change this to, let's do a campaign name focus. And let's make this more journalistic. Let's do informal. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here, click activate. Okay. You notice it changed the prompt engine, the content engine that we're using. It's the last one in. When you hit update, it's the one that's going to use. And it's going to use all this setting to write this. So you could see, you could have 200 of them in here and only run maybe 30 in a section of a certain prompt style. Okay. So I'll just hit refresh and it's still building. Okay. So that was using inner keywords. Now this is an upload. You can do a basic CSV upload, and we have a Surfer SEO upload. Surfer does a topical cluster ranking based on keywords. They're very synonymous with the keyword. So it would be model train digital controllers, and then it could be model train Bluetooth controllers, model train AC digital controllers. Very, very close knit around that one topic. So you may want it that way. Or you may want a basic CSV upload. If you're on ZimmWriter, you can, not ZimmWriter, ScaleNut. There's different ones that will do a keyword and sub keywords. And you can use these. And if not, you can do the text input. Okay. So if you're doing a CSV, you would just choose that, choose Surfer, and ignore the first line because they have headings. Or if you did it yourself, you took that row out, you can uncheck that. Choose the file and then hit upload. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. But typically, I'm going to do a clipboard. And I'm going to show you in just probably at the end of the call, a tool that I'm using to do a clipboard input. Okay. And again, this is the detail method. So now let's go over to auto suggest. I'm going to do model train scenery. Okay. Historical model train scenery. I'm going to do auto suggest. I've got 2 of them in here, and that one's actually complete. I'm going to do search and add keyword. Vintage model train scenery, scenery for model trains. Okay. Look how easy that was. It gave us 8 auto suggest scenery for model railroads, and they're very close. Okay. And we got sub keywords to go with it. Incredible. So if you've been following along, remember our 1 keyword idea. There's our 1 keyword idea. We've got 8 articles that we can build from. Okay. So I've got those. They're both complete. And now I'm going to go, I could check all these right here if I wanted. Okay. But I don't want to do that. I want to come in, and we've written it in a way, okay, journalistic, informal, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to be confident here. I like using this combination, confident and instructive, okay? Because we're talking about model train scenery. So how do you do it? Now, if I checked them, I could use that button, but I want to do all of them. So I could hit active.
Click update first.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did that. Okay. Got to click update. It sets all that in the template. I'm going to come down here and go activate all. Now, what it's going to do, it's going to skip these because they're already complete. But it's going to activate any that say no. It's going to activate it, but it's going to copy that template in there that we just decided on with the model, with the tone, with the style on it. So do activate all. Okay. So yes. See how I copied everything in there. Okay. So that's the 3 methods inside of this detail right here. Okay. So let's have some fun. Let's go in, and I'm just going to say finish here. It's model train scenery. We got 10 articles. 2 are ready. 8 are active, being cooked right now, made. And I'm going to go into niche ideas, niche discovery, and English 0.5 audience niche discovery.
This is where I guarantee a light bulb will be going off on everyone.
Model train scenery, model train building. I'm gonna make it more generic, okay? And I'm gonna let's do 5 just to make it easy. But look at this. If you do 30, you're gonna get 3 sets. So it'd be 90 articles right there. But I'm just gonna do 5. So niche discovery. Now this is gonna take a few minutes. Sometimes it's quicker. Okay. 5 different niche markets: custom model train scenery, historical model train replicas. Guys, this is money right here. It's if you get them to your website and they're looking for this, they're going to be buyers. Digital command control, model train kit building for beginners, rare model train collecting. That's an eBay item right there. Scale modeling, miniature landscaping, railroad history. Okay. Then trending questions. What are the best scale model techniques? Okay. Now, Wayne said this should give you some ideas. I'm going to hit Control A. I'm going to save it to a notepad. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Wayne, can you see this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go back in here. For some reason, I thought I copied it. Okay. I'll come back to this in just a second. Okay. Model train building. What was the model train scenery? I'll just do model train building general. That will just do niche ideas. Now, it's going to copy this right here, your keyword, and say, hey, would you like me to create a group called model train building or a campaign? And we could just said add keywords and it would copy that. Or we can come up here and put it in a campaign that already exists. I'm going to start a new one just so we can see what's going on. Okay, added successfully. Now, what does that mean to us? Is let's do one other thing. I'm still in the same group. I'm going to come down here to semantic SEO with LSI, hit niche discovery. I don't have to do that, but it's just my ADD kicks in. Now, this is LSI and NLP related keywords. It's going to give you a little bit different variation than just the straight niche ideas. But again, this is going to give you another 15 of them in here. Okay. And those look good. Semantic related keywords. Scale modeling, model train sets, diorama building. Okay. Great. So what was that? That was called model train niche ideas. Model train LSI. Okay. So I built 2 campaigns. Okay. Now, well, that's pretty decent. I mean, I've got a lot of campaigns being built, but somebody asked, what is listicles? Okay, so I'm going to come in, I'm going to go into the blog amplifier, and I'm going to build some listicles to go on the back side of these. Come down here and hit add. And remember, I copied those. So I could go in here, model train kit building for beginners. Rare. So let's do miniature landscape and come back in here to give it a name for my list. Model train and miniature landscaping for model train builders. This is what we're going to look for. That's the keyword. Actually, probably going in the wrong direction, aren't I, Wayne?
You want to do an Amazon search to save a lot of time.
Yeah, this is the easier way. Okay. I told you this is really new, so we haven't played with it a lot. Okay, so I'm going to get products. I could, if I'm over in England, I could use that one and get products that will be shipping to people that are going to be reading my article. Okay, but I'm going to use the .com, get products. Yesterday, it took a little while to come back and to us, but that cost me 1 credit. But you can see I've got a lot of listicles I can build. Electrical train control, collect model train kit building, rare model train collecting, custom model train scenery. What are the best scale models? How can I create realistic miniature landscapes for my train diorama? Okay, so these came back pretty quickly, and I'm going to sort by price, and I'm going to go with a rating of, let's do 3.7. And I'm going to come over here and say is greater than or equal to 3.7 is greater than or equal to. Okay, so I've got a high rating, and I'm going to sort by price, and I'm just going to pick out, there's a corner. This is miniature landscaping, so let's talk about trees, pallets. Here's another set. Okay, and I'm looking also here, it's 600 sold. That was 50. Let's get the one that sells a lot. And I'll do 1 set of trees. That's pretty much it. That's a good start. Here's colorful vegetation. Now I'm just building a listicle just for these guys that buy this stuff. And I'm trying to be very selective with what I put in there. So I've got probably 6 or 7 in here. Okay. So I could go over to ZimmWriter just by copying it and do a product roundup, but I'm going to create a listicle. This is going to go at the bottom of these articles that I'm creating. Okay. So I created the campaign. It builds the campaign for me. Says everything here is ready to go. Make listicle active.
No.
Oh.
No. Go to the top.
Oh, this hasn't changed yet.
No.
Okay.
We'll auto select it on an update coming up, but you've
Yeah.
got to use the Amazon product search.
Yeah. So this will be automated for you, but in probably by this time next week. But
Oh,
I take
probably
time.
Tuesday easily. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to put it into the Amazon format, use your tracking code, and do that real pretty format. So make sure you choose that if it's not already selected. Okay. Number 10 came across. Okay, that's good. Now, informative and confident. Let's change this to, yeah, informative is good. It's a review. I want to be informative and confident. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use this. Okay. Now check that, right?
That's it.
Okay, update. Okay. Now, this is building a listicle. I can jump out of that, go back over here to Content Engine, see how we're cooking. Okay. We have model train building. Remember, we just did these. So I've got model train building niche ideas. I'm going to go into that. And okay, custom model train scenery. Got questions. I've got keywords, and I'm going to choose all of them. What do I need? I need some keywords to help define these articles. So I'm looking to see, do I need help with the campaign name, model train building niche ideas? I'm going to skip that. I'm just going to use the primary keyword and create sub keywords. So what we're doing here is we're building the sub keywords to go with the primary keyword. And as soon as that's done, and it doesn't take very long to do. Wayne, any questions we can answer as we're waiting on this circle?
A few people asked about what was yesterday's video called. If you go to the AIMasher YouTube channel, it's the latest video on there.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I don't want to go there. It's this one, new feature announcement. And I will just copy the link and put it in the chat for you. Go to my channel. It's this one right here. Copy. And you should have it in chat. And this will go into more detail on the listicle itself, on the builder, well, on the Amazon product search. Okay. So let's see where we're at. All the sub keywords have been done. Now, here's what I want to focus on is what prompt do I want to use? Well, I want to use this setting, but I'm going to do a campaign name and I'm going to do a brief SEO title, hit update. Now, I want that brief title to rewrite this keyword. I don't want to use that keyword as my title. But I get down here to the questions and I want to use those. I want to use the question as the title. So I will have to change the prompt. So I'm going to click activate. See what it's going to give me a brief SEO title and it's going to be simplified. Now I'll just turn all those off and come over here and I'm going to change this. Use the primary keyword as the title. Hit update. So now I'm going to come down here to these and activate. Okay. Now I'm using this title. This keyword is going to be the title of the article. So I have questions. These are trending questions, top questions, and that's going to be the title. We're not going to let Ogilvy or John Benson or anybody else influence the title. Okay. So all these are working. I can come up here and go finish. I'm done. Okay. So I've got 15 articles being cooked right there, being written. And now I'm going to do model train buildings, LSI. Okay. Model railroad layout, scale modeling, model train kits. I definitely need to do model train building, LSI. We'll take that word out there. Hit update. Okay. Now I'm going to choose all these and I'm going to write a sub keyword that uses these primary keywords and the campaign name. So I need to change the subheading, create sub keywords. So it's using really 2 sets of keywords to write or to do the sub keywords. Okay, that looks good. And at the same time, I'm going to do this is I definitely want to do keywords. So let's use this one: campaign name focused article, 1,000-word article. And I'm going to click activate. They're all checked. Okay, now those are cooking. Update and finish. Okay, so I got these 2 sets done. This one's already has 1 article is ready. 14 are being written. This has 5 being written, and they'll take turns writing them. Okay, so that looks really, really good. Now we'll go back into the model train scenery that we built. Model train scenery, and these look really nice. Create stunning model train set scenery, tips, ideas, and how-to guide. Transform your model railway, essential tips. Ultimate guide to creating stunning model train. These are great, great. Okay, so I showed you earlier how to import them. Once they're done, they're ready to go. In fact, all these are ready to go right now. I probably need to put some more. We'll go into my media pack here. Model train building, and I'm going to hit edit. Model train dioramas. Copy that. Okay. I'm going to search by keywords. Paste that in there. And model train dioramas. I'll do large and search. Okay, there's some dioramas. Oh, these look great. So I'm just going to add them all. Now, as that's working, I'm going to bring back up that notepad I had here, rare model train collecting. Let's see what that looks like as images. That's why I saved that niche ideas. Now, all those got added. I'm going to hit search. Okay, these look good too. Now, these are kind of, they might work. I'm not going to use all of them. Okay, those look fine. That one probably is not anything to do with the train. So once it's added, then I can delete it. Let's see. Well, I didn't see that one in there. Added. Okay. So let's add a couple more, and then we'll be done with this miniature. Let's do model. Let's do miniature landscaping. That, and I'll do another search. Okay, that looks good. Now, sometimes you can go over here, and this is what I do a lot of times with Google search, is I'll change the size and I'll get different images. I don't need all these again. So I'm just looking for like images that I may have missed. Cattle, there's people, and that looks good. So you're seeing how Wayne and we build a media pack from Google search just by putting in different terminology in the search keyword. We do the same as you can do the same with video. So I'm kind of finished. I got enough in there to work with right now. Come down. I've got model train building. Let's see how many we have. So we've got 115 items. That's enough to build some content with. Okay, hit finish. Okay, so now I'm going to do it one more time so everybody's comfortable with how you get your bulk article campaigns over. And it was, what was the name of it? It was model train something, model train building niche ideas, or model train building. I got 1 ready to import. Do niche ideas. I've got 2 ready to import. Model train scenery. I got 10 ready to import. Okay. Group articles together. Yep. Let's put them in the model train enthusiast. And I'm going to enhance them. I'm going to use the media pack that we just built. Model train building. Media pack, and every 5 paragraphs, do a live search, and done. Now we're pulling in 10. It won't take that long to do. Okay. Articles added successfully. Come over here to article publisher, my articles, and there's the 10 we just put in. Okay. Now, I would probably want to do a listicle on all of them. So I'm going to show you something else to do here. Is inside of Article Publisher, we have article templates. I'm going to add one. Name is OpenAI key. I'm not going to use any rewriting. I'm not going to, well, I'll summarize it. Yeah, let's do a summary. Do a Fox News summary. I'm going to do a OpenAI, and we're going to let Echo, this is one I like, is Echo talk about it. It's going to rotate between all these, and it's going to embed the video player, continue without audio if any errors. If I have any errors, I want to keep on building. Now I want to add a listicle. What was that called? It was
I'll have a look. Hold on.
historical trained models. Miniature
Landscaping for model train builders.
Okay. I built it and didn't name it properly. So let's go in and name it properly. Summary, Fox News, Echo. And because this is very specific, listicle, miniature train landscaping list. Hit update. Now it makes sense. Okay. Hopefully the light bulb's going to go off. How do you use article templates? Go back in here to Article Publisher, My Articles. We talked about, Wayne and I like a set it and forget it system. So I'm going to go boom, take my sound effects off here.
Oh, I like it with the sound effects.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I got them all checked. Why do I have them checked? I'm going to come down here and go template, listicle, miniature train. I'm going to assign the template. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. What's happening right now is it's using a template. It is going to summarize it, do a voiceover, put it above the first H2. Then it's going to go in and put the listicle of miniature train landscaping at the bottom, and it will move to the next one. And it will keep doing this until they're all done. And it'll say what's ready to post or complete when they're done. That's what you use a template for, is so that you can work on an entire group of content with what you're wanting to do individually. So we saved you a lot of time. Instead of going in these individually, we're doing all the heavy lifting for you. Okay. Hope everybody's impressed with that. I am, at least, because I don't want to go into, this was just 10 of them, but I'm creating 100 to 300 at a time, and I don't want to go into them individually and do listicle, add a listicle, do a summary, do a rewrite. I want the tool automated.
It randomizes the list items as well in each one.
Yep. So the listicle is going to be different every time it goes to the bottom of one of these articles. Okay. We've been on the call for an hour and 18 minutes. Hopefully everybody likes what we're doing here and can see how you could use this to create a lot of content really quickly and then post it into your website. Model train enthusiasts. We'll get more articles coming across back into AIMasher. Now, I promise you, Wayne, any questions before I go to kind of like the bonus training here?
Are the images that we add Creative Commons? I think we've covered this a few times. There's a setting in the Google search that you can decide yourself whether you want them to be Creative Commons or not.
I use Creative Commons to answer your question. Yes.
Yeah.
If I show this, it's not going to show the full API. Hopefully not.
Can't remember. I don't think so.
I like y'all, but I'm not going to give you my API key. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. You can have the first 4 characters.
It's safe search, so not filtered by license. Actually, this one is not free to use or share, free to use or share even commercially. So I thought I had it free to use. It's up to you how you want to pull these. most of the time the media pack is pulling, well, it could be pulled from anywhere, but this is your CC free right there. Okay.
We strip the EXIF off them and we put our own EXIF on based on the keyword group that you've got attached to the media pack, and then we upload them to our cloud. So, they don't really resemble what they used to by the time we've finished with them.
Yep. But very good question. Okay. So hopefully y'all are still impressed and still hanging on. You ready for the next part?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to bring over a tool. This is Chris Derenberger. He just launched it this week. You may have heard of it already. It is called Kwestify. It is an AI SEO tool. I'll give you the link. The link will be, I'll give you the link in just a second here. Actually, let's see if I got it here. So yeah, Wayne and I make a little bit of affiliate money, but it is a pretty decent little product. Let me put this in chat for everyone. Okay, everybody has a link. Now, they have different levels. Wayne and I use this. Our VAs are using it. We have a lot of content, so I usually get more than I need in the licensing, but they have some very inexpensive plans with lower credit limits on it. Okay. So each campaign you build is a credit. I think there's some credits that are actually bigger. So I'm going to come over here and look at campaigns. Okay. Micro scale model railroading. This was a campaign that I ran. And if I click into it, it saves it for me. So ask AI microscale model railroading. So what is microscale? What scales are commonly used? What is the difference between microscale? What are the advantages? So this is how I created that 107 articles or articles to put into the bulk writer. It's very, very niche focused on microscale. So coming back over here, let's build another campaign. I'll do new campaign. And let's go, here's the title generators. We're very good at building you subheadings to go with your titles, okay? You can do research, and we'll go into this in just a second because there's a tool in here that you won't find anywhere else. Do you want informational titles? This is how-tos, whys, the big questions, category-based title. This is probably more relevant to categories you may be creating. YouTube titles. These are great YouTube titles. So let's just start with this. Ask AI. Now, I'm going to give it a name, and let's come back to what we originally looked at. Rare model train kit building for beginners. Let's make a campaign on that. What are the questions people are going to be asking? So, model train kit building. Now I can put in, this may be the better way of doing it, model train kit building. Let's put in all these keywords and get rid of the numbers. Oops. Okay. And let's go back over to copied and copy that, put that in here as well. Take the numbers out. Okay. That looks good. That's a good way to start. Remove duplicates. What this does is it does a pretty decent job of not giving you 10 questions that are identical about electrical train control that are just varied by 1 or 2 words, okay? Must include keywords, exclude keywords, however you want to do it. Here's the max results. 5 keywords. Let's see. Yep. Okay. And this looks pretty decent. So I'm ready to go and hit create. Okay. So I started the campaign. It's on queue. Let's look at some other campaigns while we're in here. Information. Let's do YouTube titles. And I'll just do model train building YouTube. And I'll just paste that set of 5 keywords in there. And must include full, must include keywords. And let's do must include key. Must include keywords. Model train. Okay. Remove duplicates, and let's just take this one down to 50. Okay. And I'm going to hit create. And I told you it's 1 credit. 10 keywords is 1 credit. So this is going to cost 5 credits. So it comes against the credit count over here. So I've got 2 different campaigns being built right now. And now I'm going to show you, while these are cooking over here, I'm going to go into, there is a formula in here, little known niches. Let's make a assumption that you know nothing about a niche and you want to discover more about it. And it's slightly related to maybe a website that you're doing. So I went in over here to Niche Digger, give it a name, and generate a random niche list, generate a list of little known niches. Okay. So I'm just going to give it a campaign name, little known. And I've done this before, and let's just do 50. Okay. And it's going to cost 15 credits. Hit create. Okay. So it's cooking also. But I did this on, let's do 500 of them. So let's see what micro niches are out there. As you're looking through this, eco-friendly coffin making, probably very low search, but it is a sub micro niche. These are your micro niches. Who would have ever thought there is a terminology for professional snuggler? Could you make a website about it? I guess you could. Therapeutic sampling, historical reenactment tailoring. This might fit in if you're doing any types of history websites, whatever your affiliate is. So retro computing, eye sculpture molding, high-end audio consultation. This is absolutely amazing. So I've got a gardening site. I didn't even think about moss gardening. I had no idea what it even is. Luxury treehouse construction, rare custom bicycle making. I mean, you can see there's a lot of just really micro niches in here. Gravity racing, hyperbaric therapy service, aerial drone photography. You can build a website off of these, and it's going to be very niche specific. But if you took this, let's find one here. Pet birdsong identification workshops. Gravity racing. I have no idea what gravity racing is. So I would copy that. I can come over and look at the Google Trends, look at videos, but let's come up here and to the campaigns. Walt says professional snuggler was on the Daily Show on Comedy Central. No kidding. It was very funny. Okay. New campaign. Let's do informative titles. And I don't even know what it's about, gravity racing. So I'm just going to type that in there and hit create. So we got that one creating, or it should be. Okay. So that one's in queue, ready to run. Okay. This was that little known. We did 50. Let's see if there's any changes here. This is why I did 500 is they don't change order that much, but you're seeing some of the historical reenactment tailoring. These are just great. Rooftop beekeeping. Oh my gosh. I've got a website called Beekeeping for Beginners. So I'm going to copy that, come up here to campaigns. I would not have imagined that there is a very specific campaign about that. Okay, just give me 50. Yeah. Actually, that's too many. Let's just do maybe 30 and hit create. I hope I'm giving you some ideas here, because what I'm about to show you is absolutely amazing. If you haven't been amazed already, gravity racing. Ask model train kit building. This is model train kit building for beginners. Okay, these are the keywords we used. And here's some titles. How can I create custom model train scenery? What materials are commonly used for custom? Are there any specific techniques? How do DCC systems work? Guys, these are great. So this is called Model Train Kit Building for Beginners. I'm just going to go ahead and create a campaign. So come back over here to AIMasher, Content Engine, Bulk Article Campaigns. Come down here, Add. And I'm going to start it like this. Give it a title. And I'm going to do Upload CSV. But really what I'm going to do is just copy them in here. So come back over here to Kwestify. And I'm just going to say copy. Come over here to AIMasher and paste. Update. Okay. Now these are great. I've got 100 items just put in, 100 articles ready. Well, not ready. I need some subdomains to go with them. But let's go back over to Kwestify. That was that one campaign I just pulled. Pull another one. That was Ask AI. And I've already done that one. So that's good enough. Model train. So rooftop. Okay, we got 100 articles or 100 titles for gravity racing. I didn't know what the ultimate guide, beginner's guide for building a winning gravity race. I still don't really know the history of gravity racing. Yeah, so great titles. Still haven't figured out what gravity racing is, but I'm ready whenever I'm ready for a website for gravity racing. I've got rooftop beekeeping. So I'm gonna open this one up, and this one is ready to go. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit finish. These aren't active yet, so I don't have to worry about it. It's just going to create articles. Come back down here and rooftop beekeeping. Click update. Come over here and come down here and copy. And I'm going to paste it in right here. Okay. So rooftop beekeeping, and these look pretty good. It looks like I don't really need the campaign name to help influence the sub keywords. So I'm just going to use that primary keyword, create sub keywords. Got to choose them first, right? So create sub keywords. Okay. Very, very nice. Very easy to do. Now, while that's cooking, it's going to do sub keywords for me. And then I can activate it with whatever content engine. Let's go over and do sub keywords for the other one. So I'm working on several different websites at the same time. Here. Oops. Wayne, can I jump out of this while that one's still loading?
Probably not.
Okay. I'll just let it keep on loading. Okay. Let's answer some questions. Let's see. Have you thought about using AIMasher to create an ebook on a topic by bringing these articles together? We could definitely use that to create an ebook. You know, there's that movable type, there's Storyline, GPT. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah, there's lots of tools already in there.
Yeah. We don't like going into an area that we're competing with people that have already established a market. We hope we've established a market as an enhanced publishing tool and a AI auto blogging tool. You didn't know before you got on this call you needed an AI auto blogging tool. So hopefully everybody's excited about this. Come back over here to Kwestify. Let's look to see what else we can do in here. Come back into campaign names. We had gravity racing, model train building. That one's still running for some. Usually they're fairly quick. They're bringing YouTube titles across. So you can see this is, it's a pretty neat little tool to generate a lot of content, especially the AI questions. Now you can get questions, you know, we can do questions in our tool, but again, the campaign's already built. It's pretty easy. So let's see what else you can do. You can do keyword competition, but you can do people also ask and about beekeeping. Get this site running. So I'm just going to type in that, remove duplicates, keep checking for new items. No, let's just do that. And I'll do maybe 50. Create. Okay. So if you're trying to figure out, Damon, you're doing a bunch of these campaigns. Are you going to put them all in? Absolutely. I'm going to copy them to my content engine, the bulk article writer. I'm going to create subheadings, and then I'm going to write articles, and then I'm going to send them to the publisher, drip media enhance, and drip feed them in. And I will drip feed this content because they're question format articles. I'll drip feed it every 3 to 7 days. So I've got content for this beekeeping when it's done for the next week. I mean, for the next year with this one campaign right here. Now it is, if I do one every 7 days, it's 350 days to build all these or to publish all this content across. Same for rooftop beekeeping. I'm not going to drop all of them in at once. I'm not building a site. I've got an established site. So I'm going to drip feed these probably every 3 to 7 days. So, if you're asking, how do you do this over long term? How do you scale these sites? It's using tools like this. Is we're going to create a lot of content, but we're not going to put it all in at the same time. Okay. So let's see how we're doing over here. Rooftop beekeeping. Okay. We got all that ready to go. So I am going to do with this is these are good questions. I don't want to rewrite the questions. Come up here and go title equals primary keyword. Informative, yes. Is rooftop. Let's make it maybe instructional, instructive, confident. Hit update. Why would I use versus informative versus instructive? Well, what I'm doing is I'm answering a question with maybe a how-to or a step-by-step in here. So that's why I'm going to change the writing style. Okay. I hit update, successful. And I'm going to hit all of them at the same time. So I don't have to check them. I'm just going to hit activate all. Okay. And we are activating all. Okay. So I'm building 30. It took me all of maybe 3 minutes to set this up. I hit finish. And let's come back over here to model train kit building for beginners. And again, I would just do all of them. So I'll come down here, go into each of these, select them, because I'm going to build sub keywords for them. Number 4, and get the last of them. Okay, they're all checked. And what are some beginner-friendly model train kit brands? Are there any model train kits suitable for children or younger beginners? Okay, so I don't think I need this campaign name. Model train kit building for beginners. They're kind of the primary keyword works with it. So let's create sub keywords. And this will take a little bit of time to do all this. So I'm not going to jump out of this. So guys, you're seeing a workflow process that we'll be implementing where we're pulling a lot of really good titles, question titles, but we're also using the niche discovery ideas to create titles. We're going to be using topical authority to be creating these articles, and we'll be media enhancing with media packs, mid-journeys, doing voiceovers, and adding listicles. So some of these listicles, I may have 3 or 4 of them for the model train kit, how to build trains, what historical train collecting and all that. So the process I've shown you today is the exact same process that I am showing my VA how to do. And it's the same thing that Wayne and I use, is creating bulk content with the AIMasher. Let's see how we're doing with this. Still cranking. So that's about all we're going to show you today. It's an hour and 45 minutes, and I appreciate everybody staying on the call this long. But do you have any questions? Go back over here. I know I've got questions. Greg guess, is that all? Is that it? Okay, here's a good question. What would the likely chat cost be for 100 articles? It depends on the model that you're using. Wayne, can you kind of answer that for us?
If you're using 3.5 turbo on 1,000 article, they're pretty much pennies.
Yep.
The long one that we've got does a lot of calls. It's a long form article, which can sometimes not too much, but it's like 15 cents maybe for one of those. But do one and then look at the estimated costs.
Yeah.
And see, because you'll see the different sections of them is like 0.003 of a cent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, it all adds up when you start running hundreds and hundreds.
And I'll show you on.
But GPT-4, obviously, be mindful, more expensive. We started to use Preview a lot because it's much cheaper than 4. It's better than 3.5, and it's a bit quicker.
And we do an estimated OpenAI cost. So you can see the estimate right here of everything that we've done so far today. You know, they're pennies, less than pennies. Yeah. They're not, because we don't do, except for that one article, we don't do 30 to 100 calls back and forth to OpenAI. It's a little bit cheaper than what you'll see inside of ZimmWriter. But again, ZimmWriter does a lot of calls, so they fine tune the articles. And, you know, you need both of those. You need specific specific item, specific answers to questions. And that's why I like doing the questions on the bulk article. But you also need full content post. And I know ZimmWriter does a great job on that. So hopefully everybody has seen that. Let's see. Looks like I'm still cranking down here. I'll go back over here to questions and links. You know, we talked about AIMasher.com and Kwestify and ZimmWriter. Yeah, if you need ZimmWriter, vidpenguin.link. I hope everybody on the call has at least tried ZimmWriter. It's a great tool. Anything else? I'm about to run out of voice here, but have fun with this. This is a tool you didn't really know you needed 2 hours ago, but now you probably have seen there's a lot of content that you can pick up here and create some great articles. So there's 100 articles, there's 30, and this one should be, people also ask, it's done. So I'm ready to put that one in, but let's take a look at it. Beekeeping. How hard is backyard beekeeping? Is beekeeping high maintenance? What are the main disadvantages of bee? So I can answer all these with our bulk writer. And these are exact what people ask. And so I use the content engine prompt that says keep these primary keywords as the title. Very good information. Of course, you can put multiple keywords in here. So we're combining a tool, but keep in mind you can do niche ideas, you can do title prompting, and push it into the bulk writer. I probably shouldn't have started this sub keyword with that subs in there. It's still loading. It'll take 5-10 minutes to do. Okay. Wayne, I think that's about it, unless anybody has any further questions.
No, there's a few people that want to take up gravity racing, I think.
Oh, what was it? Gravity racing?
It can sometimes be like a soapbox derby down a hill with obstacles in the way.
Oh, okay.
In the UK, we've got a mountain bike race that's downhill with obstacles in the way, but it's called gravity racing. But you're not on You're not in a soapbox, you're on a bike.
Okay.
But yeah, usually it's, yeah, like that.
Okay. So everybody has learned something today about gravity racing. And somebody asked a question is, well, okay, I like the campaign. I like that Kwestify. How do I get started with that? Here's what I would do is, well, it's still working. I think what I'm going to do is just
refresh that page.
refresh the screen here. Okay. A little trick, guys, is come over here to niche ideas, domain name generator, and gravity racing. Okay. Domain name generator. I'm going to do 10 of them. Down for race gravity, slope sprinters, glide racers. These are pretty good. I don't know if you've seen my trick. I copy it. I come over here to Namecheap, and I put these names. I just paste them in. I think I need to go to beast mode to do that. Okay, there we go. Generate. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Looks like there's 7 of them available to buy right now. Race gravity, downforce dash, speed slope, gravel race hub. Great ideas, great ideas. But I didn't show you one other thing. You're going to go, I can't get my credit card out fast enough to buy this. Domain name finder. Okay, let's give it, oops. Is it gravity racing, main niche, gravity racing. And I'll do a smaller option, see if we can get more of them back real quick. Create. Okay. So they have their own campaign name to find domain names. Very, very interesting stuff here. Yep. Yeah, I hope y'all are excited because if you can find a micro niche and you can build 500 articles around that micro niche, and you can find a domain name for it, and you can plug a Zox news theme in, and you just want to do Amazon affiliate links on a listicle, you can have this website done with drip feeding articles over the next year. You can have it done in about 2 hours worth of work. Now, I say that, but you got to be proficient at building a website like a Zox news site, or you can buy a Masher site and it'd take you 10 minutes to set one up. So let's see how we're doing on.
Daniel asks, do we have a Zox affiliate link? I don't think we do we?
No, we don't. And guys, let me tell you the trick on Zox. First, let's look at gravity racing. Okay. So I'm going to copy all these. I'm going to do my Namecheap. Come back over here and reset. Paste all those in there and hit generate. But I don't want to show premiums. I want to hide unavailables. This is the way you should be doing it, and hit generate. So it's going to show me all the ones that I can buy right now.
Gravity speed racing, that's a good one.
That's actually a really good one. Incline racers, 0 downhill gravity run. Now the shorter the better. And guys, this was one micro niche out of the 500. So if you get good at doing a Zox news theme or doing a Masher site, and you can build these really quickly. And in fact, the hardest thing is going through these 50 and figuring out which one do I like best. Grab racers, rolling, hill dashers, racing the slope. All these are really, really good. Tilted track drivers.
You'd never come up with those names yourself.
I wouldn't. I mean, and they're brandable. G-force racers. Oh, that is a good one. After the call, I may be buying a domain name, Gravity Chase.
I like the first one.
Gravity Speed Racing. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's probably gone now. Probably someone on the call's got it.
Yeah, somebody's probably
I mean, it's already in AIMasher creating the article.
But we started out, we found a micro niche, gravity racing. It was a cool name. And I did my little known niches here. And, tea, ceremony art, solar oven crafting, moss garden. I like this moss gardening. So if I'm hoping that we give you good ideas, but there is a niche for everything with that. Now, my trick to get Zox, instead of buying it at $70 every time you want to use it, go in and subscribe to Envato Elements. And you'll come over here to WordPress and themes, and there's the Zox news theme right there. Okay. You download it. It's going to ask you license it to a website. You just type in the name of the website, give it a product like Model Train Enthusiast. You can see I did this morning. Okay. And then add and download. So it's going to add that project. So what you've done is you've licensed Zox News to Model Train Enthusiast. Now, the way their rules are written, and I think it's $19 or $29 a month, but you can download this as much as you want and license it to as many as you want. If you decide to quit Envato, everything that has been licensed already that you paid for in your subscription is yours. You don't have to go in and relicense or rebuy them. So if you wanted to run it for 3 months and create 10 websites a month and then cancel the subscription. So that would be 30 times 70, what's that? $2,100 if you bought them individually, but you can license them through your subscription and they remain yours. Okay. Hope that helps. Anything else?
No, I think we're.
Mike asked a question about what WordPress theme you use on the train set. Zox.
Yeah, Zox.
Here's something to consider. Zox has been around for quite a long time, and it is a great theme. In fact, Don Roberts is probably on the call. Don and I did a Zox news training. I'm proficient enough to do a Zox in about, I did it. I put together a Zox news theme and posted 10 articles in less than 30 minutes. So that Model Train Enthusiast is a 30-minute job to get where we were at the beginning of the call. And we've got articles going over to it as we've gone through the call. However, the new versions of WordPress are designed to utilize Gutenberg and full site editors. They're designed to work with Elementor, where you don't have a theme, you create a theme with your plugin blocks. So I would say probably within a year, the Zox News is going to have to be either rewritten. It may not work on current versions a year or 2 years down the road. But right now, it is the easiest one, and it has different kind of layouts, but it's the easiest one to set up very quickly. Okay. I think that's all the questions that we have today. I hope everybody got something out of this. And if you haven't upgraded yet to Content Engine, go ahead and get Blog Amplifier at the same time. So that would be an agency license. So thank you very, very much. And we will see you on another call. Bye for now.
Cheers now.